Alright, so students famously don't have money. So today we're going to be telling you how you can save money as a student to not go broke while you are studying and always be having to ask your parents for money. So a lot of my friends get way larger allowances than me, but before the end of the month, they are broke and penniless and looking for who to borrow them money. So I and Amarachi, on the other hand, have learned how to live very frugally while saving money so we don't go broke before the end of the month. So hello, I am Arumun
and I am Amarachi,
and in this video we're going to be sharing with you the tips and tricks that we use to save money and live frugally to avoid us being desperate so that we can now focus on other important things like academics and YouTube. Alright, so the most important thing on this list is to find a job. You need to have more than one income stream. So if you're depending only on your parents or on your guardian to send you money every month, you're going to be ending up broke before the end of the month, before they send the money. But if you have a job that you go out when you're not studying to, go do, like for example 2 hours a week or 3 hours a week, you can have a second stream of income that provides for you when you need money desperately. So a lot of countries allow students to work while studying. So if you are choosing to go abroad to another country for study, you should first really consider this. If you go to countries like the US, America and Russia, you can work while studying. But if you go to places like China and other countries, then you need a work permit, which is very difficult to get.
Number 2, cook in the hostels. I cannot emphasize this enough. Leave the restaurants, leave fast food, leave all those things. They finish your money. It's better to go to the market and buy a lot of ingredients and then make food that can last you for 2 weeks.
Number 3, don't buy textbooks, use PDFs. You must notice that one of the biggest expenses in med school and in school in general is buying textbooks. Most of these textbooks, you end up not even using them in the first place. So if you actually need a textbook, you should just Google it online, maybe for the PDF version. I don't think this is legal, but I don't think anybody has ever been arrested for downloading a PDF of a textbook. So I personally don't buy textbooks. I've been using PDFs for a very long time and I've been using PDFs for a very long time and I've never had to buy a textbook in my life.
Differentiate your needs from your wants. You know your needs, you know your wants, you know the things that are necessary and the things that aren't. So just make sure to prioritize your money and the budget you get according to the things you need and the things you want. For example, food is a need and partying every Friday is a want. So if you actually want to save your money and budget more, you have to actually see which ones you need and which ones you want. Differentiate it.
The next one is to stick to your budget. You need to stick to your budget, make a budget and guard it jealously. No matter what happens, if it's not an emergency, don't change it. Avoid impulse buying. For example, when I go to the supermarket, I buy a lot of things that I discover I didn't need because I saw them and thought it was a good deal. So if you make a budget for $100 a month, stick to it unless you are having emergencies like health issues or maybe something came out from school or all of that.
Buying in bulk. This is very important. For instance, for those of you that maybe like noodles, for let's say, you can go to the market and buy it in a carton. Instead of buying one day, you just buy everything at once, maybe 30 or 40 noodles, and then save your money by doing that.
Alright, so the next one is to buy generic products and allow brands. Listen to me. A lot of these brands make you feel like if you don't own one of their products, then you are not living their life. Things like Nikes, Adidas, and Dior's and all these new fashion brands. A shoe is always going to be a shoe. You don't have to wear branded clothes for you to actually feel like you are wearing clothes. Remember when we differentiated between needs and wants? You can get a shoe that is a need. But if you want to get a Nike shoe that costs you about $200 per shoe, then that is already a want. And if you're a broke student and wants to save money, then that is not advisable. So the next one is to ask about student discounts. There are a lot of cities presently that offer student discounts to students riding on the bus. If you're a student, you only need to show your student's card and you get a free bus ride. A lot of cities do that, especially in the Netherlands and all other countries. The next one is don't be afraid to reach out for help. For example, when we had the economic sanctions on Russia, we found it very difficult to get money from our parents at home. So we reached out to our university and told them that, guys, we are broke. We don't have money for food. So the university ended up giving us palliatives. They ended up buying products for us to cook. And, that really took us a long way. Some of the things that they bought are still with us here today. So if you actually are going through problems, don't be ashamed. Students are usually very broke. So nobody's going to judge you for being broke. You're not working. You're a student struggling to survive. So reach out for help either to your family members or to your friends around you or to anybody you consider you respect enough to actually tell your problems. The last one we have for you today is to avoid going out partying every Friday. One thing that takes a lot of money away from a lot of students is trying to live lives like they have graduated and they are working, partying every Friday, going to clubs that are exclusive, have exclusive memberships, and paying up to $100 for entry. If you do that every month, it's going to be very difficult for you to balance your finances because you're a student, you don't have any money, you're trying to live like you have a lot of money, and that is the beginning of your problems. So thank you guys for watching today's video, and hopefully you guys subscribe and please like the video, because sometimes people watch the video, they like, but they are too immersed in the video and forget to subscribe. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video so that these videos can reach out to more people like you. And the other one is, if you actually want to study medicine in Russia, here's a video for you on how to get the admission. Thank you guys for watching.